you can see the very first data structure in R that we are going to discuss today is known as vectors. Okay, likewise जैसे हम vectors में initialize करते हैं कुछ values, similarly vectors we also put some values in the vectors, and we will going to check what are the data type of the vector, how the values can be print in the vector. So when you are going to store some random values in the in some variable, that is known as vector, right? So first assignment क्या है? What is given in the first is that we have to create a vector of the marks of 4 students. Okay, so I have simply created one vector v1 in which I have combined the values of 4 marks with C function, and that all values are included like this: 34, 44, 55 and 66. Okay, करो इसको one vector v1 in which you will adding the marks of some student. Okay, so in the next, what you will do, you have to check out the data type of this vector. Okay, so for checking the data type, we will have another function, that is type of. So when we are going to run this type of function for the vector v1, we can see the type of this particular v1 is double. Okay, check the length of this particular vector. So for this, we have a length function length, and the name of the vector v1. So it will show us the length of the vector, that is how many members are there in this particular vector. It tells us 4. Now indexing, and so if the question is return the 4th mark, ठीक है, जो आपने 4th वैल्यू डाली है वेक्टर में, this one, सिर्फ वही वैल्यू रिटर्न करे. So what we will do, we should have the index of the 4. So we will write simply v1 in the square brackets 4. So it will return the 4th mark of vector v1 like this. Got it? Assignment is return the 2nd, 3rd and 4th marks. अब आप देखो, this is the sequence like 2nd, 3rd, 4th. जब ये sequence में हो रहा है, then what we will do, from 2 to 4. For that we use this particular sign. Yes. So v1 in square brackets from 2 to 4, we are going to select it and run it. So what we will get, the value of 2 to 4 means 45, 55 and 66. Okay. And when you are creating that vector, अगर आप character value ले रहे हो, then we have to put it in the inverted commas. Okay, we have to put it in inverted commas like this. So we are creating another vector v2 in which we have combined. ठीक है, इसको कई बुक्स में combine लिखा है, किसमें co-regions लिखा हुआ है. This is basically used to combine, to show the combined result of all the elements. Okay, so you have to create another vector v2 in which you have to combine the character values, that is January, February, March and April. Now what you will do, you can simply check the data type of vector v2. So how we can check the data type of vector v2? With the help of type of function, type of v2. Now what it will show, that this is a character type of vector. Retrieve the 1st, 2nd and 3rd characters in char var vector. So according to question, we have to create this char var vector. Okay, or you can simply, we can change it. इसको हम बाद में कर लेंगे. Char var. So retrieve the 1st, second and third characters in V2 vector. So first, second, third, it's again in the sequence, but you will write simply V2, 1, 2, 3 and run. So it will simply shows the first three elements of the vector V2. Okay. Okay. यहाँ तक करो सब. Create a variable character num vec. ठीक है. So एक हमने variable create करना है character num or vec to take numeric and character types. Now see in this particular example, all the doubts will be clear in this. So you have to create character num and vec. ठीक है. Now you have to put the values of numeric also, character also. Again numeric values are there. And again the character values are there. Okay, एक इस तरह का आपने जो वेक्टर क्रिएट किया. So what now you will do, you will check the type of char num vec. So आप मुझे बताओ इसका क्या आंसर आना चाहिए. Now we will going to check the data type like this. So we will get the data type of the char num vec is character only. Okay, done everyone. So according to first problem, create a matrix with values from marks. That is 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay. So first of all, you have to just see the syntax of this particular matrix. उसको हम कैसे लिखेंगे? Like एक variable बनाएंगे m1. इसको लिखने का syntax है ये. Then we have to create matrix. ठीक है. मैट्रिक्स के अंदर आपने क्या देना है, यू कैन गिव द वैल्यूज एज वेल. जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे दिया है, V1 में क्या था, मार्क्स थे स्टूडेंट्स के. ये देखो जो हमने किया था ये वाला. अगर मुझे वो नहीं देना, सिंपली आई हैव टू डू व्हाट, मुझे यहाँ पे इस तरह से डिस्प्ले करवा सकती हूँ मैं इनको एज अ नंबर. ठीक है. सो आप इस तरह से भी लिख सकते हो. सो नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू शो नेक्स्ट कि रोज कितनी होंगी एंड रोज एंड कॉलम्स कितने होंगे मेरे मैट्रिक्स में. सो आई हैव टू राइट एन कॉल दैट इज इक्वल टू ट्रू 2. ओके, I will writing this values m1 matrix a b c, कुछ वैल्यूज मैंने उसमें डाली या फिर 1 2 3 4 डाल देते हैं. ठीक है, सीक्वेंसिंग के लिए आपको समझ आना चाहिए. 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, now how many columns for this matrix is there? 2. And how many rows should be there? 2. Now I will run this matrix like print. अगर मुझे ये शो करवानी है then I have to print this. Okay, so when I'm going to print this, ये क्या शो कर रहा है मुझे, मैट्रिक्स बन रही है, 2 रोज हैं उसकी एंड 2 कॉलम्स है, 1 2 3 4. ठीक है, समझ आया इतना? Now one more dimension is there, that is by row is equal to true. What is the meaning of this particular function by row? कि जैसे आपको ये दिख रहा है कि कॉलम वाइज डेटा ऐड हो रहा है. पहले क्या हुआ, 1 2 नीचे है ना, देन 3 फिर 4. अगर हम चाहते हैं कि रो वाइज डेटा हमें डिस्प्ले हो, देन व्हाट वी विल डू, वी आर एडिंग सम फंक्शन दैट इज बाय रो इज इक्वल टू ट्रू, एंड ट्रू शुड बी इन द कैपिटल लेटर्स ओनली. And then we are going to call this matrix. What result we will get? Wait. Okay. So by row means the result would be like 1 2 3 4. If we are not applying the by row, the result will be like 1 2 3 and 4. Data frames, actually I have written the definition in the chat box as well. Data frame is a two-dimensional array-like structure. Like data frame is something like tables in which you can add values in rows and columns. Okay, so data frame is a two-dimensional array-like structure that also resembles a table in which each column contains value of one variable and each row contains one set of values from each column. Okay, now in the screen, yes, you can see the very first example is create a data frame with two columns. कौन से columns होने चाहिए? One is marks and another one is care. ओके, सो हमें नेम्स गिवन है कि ये वेरिएबल्स बनाने हैं हमने. सो वन इज मार्क्स. मार्क्स में मैंने क्या डाल दिया? v1. v1 क्या था मेरे पास? वेक्टर था जो, ठीक है, मैंने बनाया था जिसमें वैल्यू थी 32, 44 समथिंग लाइक दिस. एंड कैर बैक में व्हाट आई हैव राइट? वेक्टर 2. वेक्टर 2 में क्या था मेरे पास? लाइक आई हैव द वैल्यूज ऑफ जन फेब, आई थिंक this one. Okay, Jan, Feb, March, April. So what I will do, I have created two columns of one data frame. One name of the first column is marks and the name of the second column is careback. Now I have to initialize my data frame. So the syntax for it, data frame df कोई variable बना लिया, उसमें कौन सी वैल्यू जाएगी? data dot frame की वैल्यू जाएगी. दिस इज द सिंटेक्स. उसके अंदर आपने क्या करने हैं? वो दो वेरिएबल्स के नाम देने हैं जो आपने ऊपर बनाए हैं. Got it? When you are going to run this particular command, what you will get? क्या प्रिंट करवाना हमें? डेटा फ्रेम को. सो आप देखो, मार्क्स में मेरे पास जो भी वेक्टर 1 के कंटेंट्स थे वो आ गए हैं एंड कैरेक्टर बैक में मेरे पास वेक्टर 2 के कंटेंट आ गए. ठीक, अगर आपको इसकी क्लास देखनी है, व्हाट इज द क्लास ऑफ डीएफ? वेट, सो it will show the class of df is data frame. The next example is call a column in a data frame. अगर आपको सिंपली देखना है कि एक कॉलम आपको फेच करना है डेटा फ्रेम से, what you will do, you will put the data frame का जो कॉलम है in some variable like result. I have to create a variable like result in which I have applied data frame. कौन सा था हमारे पास? df. Then dollar sign is to call that particular column. कौन सा column हमने उठाना है? marks. Okay, now I have to print the result. So what I will get? I will get only the marks column like this. So you are basically fetching a single column of a data frame. Next, what we have, create a sub data frame with first 3 rows only. ठीक है? So what we will do, अगर आप इसको करेंगे, अगर आप कैसे इसको करेंगे, रिजल्ट 1 एक वेरिएबल बना दिया, उसमें डेटा फ्रेम 1 2 3. अगर आप ये कॉमा नहीं लगाओगे ना, आप मत लगा के देखना, इसको मत लगाना, तो फिर देखना क्या रिजल्ट आएगा. जब आप कॉमा लगाओगे तब आप देखना कि ये क्या शो कर रहा है हमें. इट विल शोज 1 to 3 rows of a data frame, only first 3 rows. Create a new data frame with 3 rows and explore it. How you will create it? Simply, you have to create one variable data in which you have to put the values of data frame, like first is name, which is some names of some employees you can say, you can add, then comma, ये एक लाइन में नहीं आ रहा था इसलिए आपको दिख रहा है, age you have to put, then height you have to put, and then salary. ठीक है, तो इस तरह का आपने कुछ डेटा फ्रेम बनाया है. then you are going to run it. Good. After that you have to print the data जो आपने ये बनाया है. it will show this kind of table like structure of particular data frame. Now you have to check the class of data frame. So the class of data frame is data.frame. Now n rows of data means how many rows are there? 3 only. And n call data means how many columns of data is there? 4 calls only. So that's all for today.